Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Deus Ex Mankind Divided, Human Revolution final stream. I am your host, Owen Dragon. For anyone new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to support what I do. I am going to try to show you all four endings. It's not really that hard in this game, because all you have to do, when you get to the last stream, you have to choose which button to press, to determine which broadcast to send. And really all you have to do is save the game, press a button, watch the ending, load your save game, press a different button, watch the ending, until you've seen all four of them. And then after that, I will be stopping this stream and starting a new one for Deus Ex. Ooh, heavy rifle. Do I want to take it? I might. Somehow that doesn't surprise me. Oh, I don't need the extra Typhoon ammo. I can probably get away without those stun gun darts. And probably without so many clips for the combat rifle. And I never really use the concussion grenades anyway, so... Let's move some stuff around to make some room. Pick up that 50 ammo. Oh, I kinged him for a gas grenade. You know what? Now that I think about it. No, I still don't need that ammo, but... Because, I mean, just look at all of them out there.
Just play along.
What happened to the, What happened to the fourth guy? I think he must have fallen through the floor. Oh no, there he is. I can avoid some of these people, maybe. But I'm going to go in here. Another gas grenade, always nice. And a security hub.
Access granted.
And that kind of solves that problem. Yes, I do want to... I didn't find Sarif or Taggart. Huh. Hold on a second. Might have to redo that section just so I can talk to the two of them. You don't have to talk to either one of them, but... no. Okay, that's better. There's a machine room and a server room somewhere back this way. Because I do want you guys to see their dialogue, just to get a better feel of what kind of people they actually are. Okay, that's just that. Oh, come on.
Don't want this!
Finally. For some reason, it just was not letting me move. I wish it would show me the locations of the optional objectives too, but the only pointer it has is for the main objective. This is an automatically generated message from the Panchaea Oceanic Installation 5 Hyron Core. We, us, have received your request for new security access codes for Sec Cub 109 Drone B Hyron. New login, new password. The old stable horse still yearns to run.
Access granted.
Plenty of ammo, plasma rifle if I want it.
Can't think with all that noise.
And how did I not notice that route? Ow. Didn't catch that until the last second. I mean, hey, if you want to blow up all these guys, that's fine. Just don't blow me up. Automatically generated message. We've received your request for new security access codes for maintenance room 217. The lock mechanism, which you hacked your way through, has been changed. Not like it matters anymore. Hey, JC, when are you guys going to finish that air vent? Don't you know you're holding Darrow back from saving the world? Global warming isn't going to fix itself, you know. Hey, Jerry, Mika was talking to me about this. Apparently they are seriously worried about valve failure. This is kind of scary considering we're in the middle of the Arctic Ocean. I think a review team is in order. Hyron Core rules. Use Security Hub A to open Pod 1 door. Approach manually. Blah, blah, blah. How to get in, basically how to check the pods. And hey, look who it is. But first, before I look who it is...
What the hell do you think you're doing, son? Put that away! Adam! Oh, thank God you came. I've got wounded here. We'll have to move them first.
We can't move anyone yet. Not until I get to the base of the station and shut down Darrow's broadcast.
What? Why?
The chaos you experienced here, it's everywhere. The Illuminati created a biochip that stops people from using enhanced abilities, and Darrow turned it into a kill switch.
Oh my God, you... We gotta fix this, Adam. If people realize what's happened, if they believe augmentation technology created this chaos, they'll ban human enhancement research forever.
And that would be a bad thing.
Yes, it would! Don't you see what's at stake here? Ever since man first crawled out of that ocean, we've been striving to be more than we are. Augmentation technology is just the latest, greatest step on a very long road. But we've barely scratched the surface of its potential. We can't let fear stop us from continuing.
That's your belief, Sarif. Not everyone shares it.
But you do, Adam. I know it. And if we work together, we can really make a difference. We can improve the lives of everyone, but only if we fix this.
Go on.
We'd have to get a message out after you shut down Hugh's signal. Tell the world, tell them the Humanity Front did this. That their doctors created a virus that only affects augmented people.
You mean lie?
It'll give us time, son. Time to figure out how to destroy the Illuminati's biochips and move on.
And what about the people who've been hurt by this? Don't they deserve the truth?
Adam, if we want the freedom to become more than we are, we can't be blinded by a misguided morality. Some people will be left behind. It's reality. It's evolution, son.
Right. Evolution based on my DNA.
Please, son, you have to stay with me on this.
I'll think about it. You've got no remorse about using me at all, do you?
I never used you, son.
You experimented with my DNA without telling me.
Adam, this is difficult. Listen, Megan came to me with the sample. When she showed me her finding, when we saw the incredible potential of super compatibility.
You just had to share it with the world.
Adam, think about it. Would you have been able to do any of the things you've done without enhancements? Huh? Most people's bodies aren't as accepting of this technology as yours is. Sharing your DNA makes it possible for us to be like you. How can you deny us that chance?
Who said I would deny it? You stole my DNA and lied to me. You didn't give me the choice.
I'm giving it to you now, Adam. Look, I admit it. I haven't done things the best way. But don't punish the world to spite me. Darrow wants us to live in the Dark Ages. The Illuminati wants to limit evolution to those they control. You and me, we...
Don't group me with you, Sarif. I'll make my own choices from here.
I believe that, son. And I believe you'll make the right ones. I know blaming Humanity Front leaves a sour taste in your mouth, but it's the only way out of this. So go. The longer that signal brought you...
Not that I expect I'll actually get enough experience points for another Praxis point. If you really want to max everything out, you really have to go for that New Game Plus, which obviously I'm not going to do. Even with the DLC added to it. Although, as I've pointed out, you can get most of it. I mean, the only thing I don't have are these marking tracks that I don't really use anyway. The hacking analyze add-on, which really doesn't do much for me. The aim stabilizer and the recoil compensation and the smart vision. Well, the smart vision lets you see through walls, but I don't need it. The aim compensation is nice if you're taking a more violent run than I am. Which, yeah, I did shoot a few people for convenience sake, but it's not like I was taking a, kill them all and let God sort them out approach. But that shows you that Sarah's first concern was for the wounded. Of course, his second concern was continuing with augmentation research. Okay, that leads out. That one leads down to where I met Sarif. Well, that leads absolutely nowhere. Huh. Funny. I thought I remembered this area leading me down to find Taggart too. Or not Taggart, but whatever the other guy's name is.
Access granted.
Another plasma rifle and plenty more plasma capsules. Okay, Taggart is up in a server room somewhere. Okay, doesn't go any further up. Server room. So he'll be somewhere.
Kill you all! I'm gonna kill you all!
Show yourself!
Don't be difficult! This is... Come close! Ow! They ruined me.
Access granted.
Okay, great. Jammed me up there, wouldn't let me move. At least it didn't set me back too far. And there we go. That's all of them. Now this time I'm going to save before I knock down... Oh, and I don't have the energy for it yet. There we go. There. I don't know why it decided to just out of the blue... Look, guys, I know it makes some of you squeamish, but we have a responsibility to these girls. They are sacrificing everything to make sure the station is safe and secure. Need I remind you what could happen if one tiny crack in the outer structure goes undetected? I'm not asking you to sit in there and talk to them, but I am asking you to make sure the nutrient lines are filled and no contaminants are getting in. And it's perfectly safe to open the pod every once in a while to check for heart rate and pulse fluctuations manually. Just remember to use the associated security hub for each pod to open and then close it after you're done. Thanks. Oh, look. Another 250 credits I won't need. Hello,
Mr.
Taggart.
Jensen, how ironic that you should be the one to save us from the monsters out there.
Monsters, Taggart? You mean people. Augmented people who've lost all control, lost their reason.
Isn't that supposed to be my line? Unfortunately, it seems your esteemed Mr. Darrow decided to appropriate my point and turn it back on me. In madness and in blood. He has betrayed us all.
So you finally admit it. You are part of this, after all. You have been all along.
It would be pointless to deny anything now, but despite what you think of us, we never wanted augmentations outlawed. All we've ever sought is regulation, rules governing how the technology is developed, and laws that ensure it's used for the good of society.
You've raised society above humanity. So who gets to make those rules?
Men with wisdom, strength, and tenacity to know what's right. Proven leaders who distinguish themselves like you, Mr. Jensen. You've certainly earned the right to be one of us. All you have to do is take it.
I'm not looking for glory, Taggart.
Just remember that without control, there's no room for freedom, only anarchy. You were a policeman once. You know the importance of order.
I know there's a difference between order and slavery.
The biochip wasn't supposed to force people to do anything. It merely limited power so that people couldn't go on killing sprees like the ones taking place right now.
Amazing how well that worked out.
Say what you will, but I know that some part of you agrees with me. Absolute freedom is no different than absolute chaos. Society needs boundaries if it has any hope of surviving. And you, Mr. Jensen, can be the one to give us that hope. Shut down Darrow's signal. Then help me get a message out saying that an accident at VersaLife contaminated the world's neuropozyne supply.
VersaLife? And what if I decided to blame the Illuminati?
The Illuminati is just a name to get rich financiers to invest more money. Besides, do you really think the world will believe in some 18th century conspiracy theory? Do this for us, and you'll ensure a future for mankind, all of mankind, augmented or otherwise. The future Hugh Darrow offers doesn't allow for both.
Let me think about it. All of this is as much your fault as it is Darrow's. You and your cabal.
Perhaps. But all we sought was a safety valve, Mr. Jensen. A means of making sure the world would never spin out of control. The potential of this technology is great, but as we've seen, its potential for destruction is even greater.
Your doomsday scenario doesn't impress me. You'd say anything to stay in power.
Do you think humanity will simply police itself? We do not live in some Eden, Mr. Jensen. Or are you that much like your boss, David Sarif, who envisions a world where everyone is enhanced and suddenly they all love each other? There will always be a need for methods of control.
And conveniently, in your future, the Illuminati will hold the reins.
Not directly. There are organizations already in place that are better equipped to handle certain things. The UN, for instance.
Reimagined, no doubt.
At least somewhat. And this technology will be a great part of it. Imagine, Mr. Jensen, a world governed by common principles. The end to international power struggles, to terrorism. These things can be accomplished if you join us. Stop the signal broadcast and get the word out, Mr. Jensen.
I don't see any point in going for that hack. It's... Whoop. Let's try to avoid setting off the alarms, however. Because I really don't need security bots all over my butt. Okay, and now on to the final showdown of the game. I just wanted you guys to get a feel for what each side actually believed. And I still intend to show you all the endings to the game, so it doesn't really matter who we side with, because we're going to side with all of them. Or none of them. And down we go into the depths of Pangaea. Well, it's like I always say on Discord, when talking about politics, the truth is somewhere in the middle. That works too. This is why I bought the laser all the way here with me.
Oh my God.
Water pressure nominal at 173 psi.
Who am I?
Communications web online.
I feel cold.
Drones 1 through 3 within operational parameters.
I don't remember.
Drone 4 disconnected.
Let me go.
Processing.
Oh God, please help me. I'm scared.
Core temperature stable. Processing.
Zhao, what are you doing?
Connecting to Panchaea's Hiron project, Mr. Jensen. The most advanced quantum computer slave to the human brain, and the closest to perfection we'll ever achieve. I'm going to use it to hack Darrow's signal and rework the message to our benefit.
Our benefit? You mean the Illuminati's?
Someone has to override the signal and be the world's savior. And let's be honest, neither of us would trust anyone else to fill that role. Computer, begin EEG sync.
So much pain.
Syncing beta waves at 40 cycles per second.
Sleep, please. Let me sleep.
Incompatible master-slave chain detected. Alert. Unable to transfer control to Alpha Pod.
The system won't recognize my chip.
Neural systems offline. Rerouting control of the gene.
I can't control Hiron.
Increasing glitchinations by 32%.
Zhao, get them out of there. I have to reach the control chamber.
No! I can still control! I'm in control!
Stop the signal.
Security alert.
Through the primary drone hatch.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to pause here to mention there's two ways to solve this. The hard way and the easy way. The hard way is to manually eject each of the 3 Hiron pods and kill those women. And that overloads Zhao's nervous system and kills her. But in order to do that, you have to get around that security system. And nothing you have will penetrate that shield that's around Zhao. Or will it? The easy way, bring the laser with you. Just shoot her.
I must be the one to alter the signal. Once I do, the council will welcome me with open arms.
No! Protect Mother! Stay away! Stay away!
And of course they still managed to shoot me through that.
Better served keeping your head down, Jensen.
I'll do it, Mother. Just don't hurt anymore. Just no more pain. Please keep him away from us. Security measures are sufficient. Insufficient.
Yeah, I think you still have to get closer to her though.
Once the weight of their gaze touches you, there is no escape.
Hydrostatic pressure rising. Can't breathe. It hurts. It hurts so much. Systems are. My organic systems under stress will acclimatize.
Damn it. Are you quite done moaning?
Alpha Pod security in place. To access Alpha Pod, purge tertiary pods.
I must want to alter the signal. Once I do, the Council will welcome me with open arms.
No! Protect Mother! Stay away!
Actually, I have an idea.
Stay away! The bad man is here. Why does he want to kill us? Kill him.
You have been better served keeping your head down, Jensen.
Pod 3 safety purge in progress.
I'll do it, Mother. Just don't hurt anymore. Just no more pain. Please keep him away from us. Security measures are sufficient. Insufficient.
Once the weight of their gaze touches you, there is no escape.
Hydrostatic pressure rising. Can't breathe. It hurts. It hurts so much. Systems are. My organic systems under stress will apologize.
Pod 2 safety purge.
Do you see where honor and ambition lead you? To a hole miles deep in the ocean, about to meet your end. I'm powerless.
Look at what they've done. I don't like it here. I don't like it. It's so cool down here. Look. Show us the light, Mother. Where's the light?
I must fight this. I must succeed.
I can't move. Why can't I move? ACHD levels are critically low. How much longer will it be, Mother? I want to go home.
I have no choice.
Sorry, have to let Nix in.
But to eliminate you, you have ruined everything.
Been awake for so long. Tired. System monitors online constantly. There's too much to keep track of.
Come on.
Supplemental diagnostics required before we can sleep.
There we go.
I can't take it.
Well, there you go. Too bad, Zhao. Didn't anyone ever tell you that smoking was bad for your health? And then on the other side of it...
Hello, Adam. Welcome to the Edge. It is not the end of the world, but you can see it from here.
Eliza? What are you doing here?
It is my job to monitor and report on the news, Adam. Before Darrow smothered everything with his signal, the whole world was tuned into this place, including me.
The broadcast. I have to stop it.
I know. Please, come closer. Do you know where we are, Adam? We are at the fulcrum point, when society lies in the balance. Hugh Darrow hoped to tip the scales one way, by telling the world everything you already know. About the biochip, the Illuminati, everything. He believed knowing the truth would convince mankind to abandon research into human enhancement technologies forever.
It would certainly give them reason to fear it.
Indeed. Darrow's confession is ready to send. If you want, I can wideband it across all media as soon as you shut down the signal. Everything you worked so hard to uncover will be exposed. But only if you deactivate the broadcast using this control. However, if you desire, I can alter Darrow's message. Conceal the creation of the biochip while putting in new content.
Content blaming the humanity front, like Sarif suggested.
The organization has already admitted to harboring terrorists. It would be easy to convince people they turn to biological warfare in a more desperate attempt to get rid of augmented people.
But why? What would that achieve?
In time, it could shift the focus of hatred onto people whose prejudices are seen as too extreme, leaving corporations free to experiment with human evolution as they desire. But if you want me to perform this edit for you, you must disengage the signal and activate the video edit function from here. Alternatively, Darrow's message can be adjusted to erase all mention of the power group known as the Illuminati. I can report that lack of proper regulation allowed vast quantities of neuropozyne to become contaminated prior to reaching the market.
Taggart's preference. You think the world will buy a made-up story about neuropozyne poisoning?
You might be surprised by what people believe. I can convince them. And having experienced the negative effects of corporate negligence firsthand, a majority of people might force the world to place harsh restrictions on all human enhancement research. But only if you disengage the signal and activate the video edit function from here. Of course, there is another option. This passage leads to Panchaea's pressure regulation controls. Destroy them and the installation will cave in on itself, overwhelmed by the weight of the ocean pressing against it. Everyone inside the structure will die.
That's a solution?
No one will be left to tell the world what happened, Adam. Nobody will be able to spin the story.
Including me.
The choice is yours. Do you believe you have the wisdom to choose an appropriate future for mankind? Or do you trust mankind to find the answers on its own?
And here is where I save it and do a hard save. Or do a hard crash. Hold on a second. Thankfully, it's not hard to... Wait, I just loaded instead of saving, didn't I? Idiot. Okay, let's do a save. Thank you. Okay. Like I said, down that corridor is the valve to destroy Panchaea. We're going to start with Darrow's message.
If you do this, the unadulterated truth in Darrow's confession may well convince mankind to cast all science and technology aside, to ensure that future generations grow up free and whole. Are you sure this is your choice?
Kudos to the game for letting you back out if you change your mind. But since I can just reload my save game and press a different switch...
So be it then.
Note that it doesn't actually show you the speech.
Albert Einstein said, technological progress is like an axe in the hands of a pathological criminal. Took me a while, but I finally see his point. How often have we chased the dream of progress only to see it perverted? More often than not, haven't the machines we built to improve life shattered the lives of millions? And now we want to turn that dream on ourselves to fundamentally improve who we are. Experience has shown me how dangerous that can be. How many times in the Call of Duty did I almost fall into the trap of taking shortcuts, abusing my abilities or the resources at hand? I resisted. Barely at times, because I valued human lives and considerations. Can I truly despise others who fall? Technology offers us strength. Strength enables dominance, and dominance paves the way for abuse. Darrow understood this. He knew that using technology to become something more than we are risks losing our ability to love, aspire, or make moral choices. The very things that make us human. It also risks giving some men the power to make others what they choose, regardless of the cost to human dignity. The suffering Darrow inflicted is not the end of the world. It is merely the seed for change. And change never comes without pain.
And roll credits, which fortunately I can skip. Now we load our save game, and we'll go with Taggart's message.
If you do this, first-hand experience with corporate negligence on such a grand scale may convince mankind to enact harsh restrictions on human enhancement research. Are you sure this is your choice?
By the way, something I didn't mention, there will be minor changes in the dialogue depending on whether you went entirely pacifist and didn't kill anyone except for, the three cyborgs, the bosses basically. Or if you went violent and killed everyone, or if you went a mix of the two. I went with a mix of the two, and you saw the results of that, where he talks about how there were times when he was tempted to, take advantage of it, to take the easy path. So,
freedom. To those who don't have it, it's more valuable than gold. But where should it start and end? We humans often think we have the right to expand, absorb, convert, or possess anything we need to reach our dreams. But time and time again, hasn't this led to conflicts with others who essentially believe the same thing? Looking back on the challenges I faced, at the way I often resolve them, I realize morality can become our saving grace. Most of the time, didn't I try to keep my values in mind, knowing how my actions would affect others? More often than not, I resisted the urge to abuse power and resources simply to reach my goals more swiftly. I managed to hang on to my humanity. But the temptation to ignore it was always there. It's that temptation that so worries Taggart. He's not afraid of freedom. He's afraid of the chaos that erupts when individuals have nothing but morality to constrain them. He wants us to regulate enhancement technologies because he fears all that power, without limits, without guide rails to keep us from abusing it. Absolute freedom is no better than chaos. Society needs laws and regulations to protect it. So if the men and women behind Taggart need to work in the shadows, pulling strings to enable us to head in a safe direction, will supporting them be all that bad? If they're as wise as Taggart says, how bad will their leadership be? I just hope they stand by what they say.
Again, load our saved game for the third time. Go with Sarif's message.
If you do this, the focus of hatred may shift to those responsible for unleashing biological warfare, leaving corporations free to experiment with human evolution. Are you sure this is your choice? So be it then.
Sarif was right about one thing. It's in our nature to want to rise above our limits. Think about it. We were cold, so we harnessed fire. We were weak, so we invented tools. Every time we met an obstacle, we used creativity and ingenuity to overcome it. The cycle is inevitable. But will the outcome always be good? I guess that will depend on how we approach it. These past few months, I was challenged many times. But more often than not, didn't I try to keep morality in mind, knowing that my actions didn't have to harm others? Time and time again, didn't I resist the urge to abuse power and resources simply to achieve my goals more swiftly? In the past, we've had to compensate for weaknesses, finding quick solutions that only benefit a few. But what if we never need to feel weak or morally conflicted again? What if the path Sarif wants us to take enables us to hold on to higher values with more stability? One thing is obvious. For the first time in history, we have a chance to steal fire from the gods. To turn away from it now, to stop pursuing a future in which technology and biology combine, leading to the promise of a singularity, would mean to deny the very essence of who we are. No doubt the road to get there will be bumpy, hurting some people along the way. But won't achieving the dream be worth it? We can become the gods we've always been striving to be. We might as well get good at it.
If you do this, the world will be left with questions and may never reach a consensus. Are you sure this is your choice? We have little time left, Adam. And might I say, it has been a pleasure.
Do I trust mankind to save itself? That's what Eliza was asking. The truth is, I don't know. After everything I've seen, all the fighting and the chaos around me, I only know what I want to believe. Somehow, human decency will triumph. These past few months, I've faced many life-threatening situations. I could have given up many times, but my need to know the truth, to uncover the secrets that others were hiding, and to survive, forced me to keep on going. Most of the time, I tried to keep my values in mind, knowing my actions did not have to harm others. I held on to my humanity, resisting the urge to abuse power or resources in order to meet my goals. And in the end, I got the job done. But does this mean I have the right to choose for everyone? No. Because it isn't up to me. It isn't up to Darrow, Sarif, or Taggart either. Ordinary men and women will have to decide together what course mankind should take. The kind of people who time and time again have picked and chosen the future in highly practical ways, slowing change when it's negative, speeding it up when it's good. Can they do it again? I don't know. But I do know I'm not about to let anyone in this station, myself included, stand in their way.
And there you go. That is the last ending of the game, and also the canon one, by the way, except for the fact that Jensen was expecting to die with the rest of the station. He didn't, and someone fished him out of the ocean. And also, I just thought this would be a good moment to mention that Jensen's voice actor, Alex Tefexis, he can also be found, obviously, in Mankind Divided, probably in the next game, which I have been able to confirm that they are working on it, although it's very, very early in production. Could be 2 to 5 years before the final story comes out. He can also be found in Splinter Cell Conviction as one of the characters, and surprisingly, he can be found in Far Cry Primal playing the part of a caveman. So, there we go. That's all the endings to this game, other than the making a Deus Ex and the commentary mode, which I'm not going to play the game to do that again. So, obviously this is the end of this stream. I'm going to take a few minutes to set up the next stream, and we'll get into Deus Ex Mankind Divided. So, see you in a few.